There is a beautiful sentence, I will appear before you like the tongues of flames. And actually, like the tongues of flames, you see that. Whether you read Bible or Quran, you will find many instances, many sentences by which you can see that there is an indication of the Kundalini in all of them, and it is described. The only trouble is that Bible was written by many people who were inspired in different parts of the country, and they also saw part by part. And because of this kind of separate experiences, the knowledge that is in the Bible is scattered. But if somebody can sit down and try to find out, you can find the complete description of the Kundalini in the Bible. So scientifically, when you talk about it, it is still object. Now scientifically, I can prove that this loudspeaker is working in such and such way that it is carrying the sound waves to you. But when I have to deal with life, you have to come to the divine law. Just think that man, despite all his scientific findings, has not been able to create life. We cannot create one plant out of a seed. Why? Somebody is doing that. Crores and crores of these. So many wonderful miracles. Every moment, and we have taken them for granted. Do we ever think how a flower suddenly becomes a fruit? If we look at the flower, scientifically we can say that there is a pollen and there is a pollen dust and they mix up and this thing happens. But how? Why? Who works it out? What is the dominating force that works out? Can you do that if you mix up pollen with pollen? Can you do that way? You cannot. So there is some superhuman being, somebody who is much more powerful than you, who is doing these things just like a play. So when you come to divine love, you know that it is just a play. Tomorrow I will be explaining to you how my sahajyog works through divine love and how it is effortless. But when we cannot even take out one plant out of a seed, let us forget that we have done great works. We are unnecessarily carrying the load. Of doing something that is absolutely dead. If we have some dead stones, we create a beautiful building like this and we think we have done a great job. Science can deal with the dead, but not with the living. When they come to living, sciences like biology, medical science, and psychology, you know what happens. They stop at a point. With physics, you can go on explaining things, but with life, it's not possible. Even with physics, you cannot explain beyond a point. They will say there is a gravity which is attracting this earth. But who has brought this gravity? From where it has come? If there was no gravity, we would not have been here. If this ocean Atlantic Ocean or Pacific Ocean was slightly deeper than what it is, there would have been no life. There are so many points which the scientists can quote to show that the whole creation is very well balanced and beautifully created. But I know the question that is hovering in your mind, then why all this misery? Only the science can eradicate the misery. It can, of course, partially, that is physical, very partial. But I have seen many physically fit people, they are very miserable. Some of the pahlwans, you see, they come to me and tell me, Mataji, give us some peace of mind. We want some joy within ourselves. So, that is what science has done, that physically they have helped. Mentally also, some psychologists definitely have helped. You cannot deny that. But what do they help is just to keep you sane for a while. It's not only sanity, it is much more than that. Much more dynamic that is working, the whole plan of this universe. And this is the place we have reached now, which I call the modern times, which is the most suited for the jumping of the human being to the other side of evolution. This is the blossom time for us. Of course, when there is blossom time, you find also the serpents hovering down. So the equal and opposite forces are at work. And scientists are the first who will help to build up the positivity. In this respect of that, I am very sure. Because in America, when I talk to the doctors and neurologists, some of them visited this place and they are going to organize a conference of the doctors. I was amazed the way they opened their minds to my speech. Of course, in America, there is a funny law that you cannot cure anyone. If you cure, you will put behind the bars if you are not a doctor. But I do not do any cure. I just ask people to put their hands towards me. Scientifically, they cannot prove that I have done any cure, except that when they see the blood counts and when they see the X-ray, they know that the cancer is cured. But otherwise, they cannot catch me. Still, I didn't want to have that risk because I didn't have much foreign exchange. But I feel that knowledge will come one day, maybe from America, reflected back to me. If the medical people and the psychologists, I have some people who are my disciples and my children who have been very much benefited, who are doctors as well as psychiatrists. If they could come with an open heart, for I am a mother. I am not here to in any way decry them or to insult them, but to give them the whole entire knowledge that they have been seeking. With all my love and benediction, if they could gather up that much courage and don't worry about their practice, it will never be hampered. For who creates the wealth? Who creates the beauty? Who creates everything that is around is the one you seek Him. Then you understand that these things that are so important to you scientifically, with the science of economics, certain things are very important. Your priorities change suddenly. Because after all, in all these searches, the humankind is wandering, working, laboring just to find joy. All this is to have joy and peace in life. And when you get that, all other artificial things that are supposed to be making you happy just drop off. Tomorrow we are going to have a meditation at about 8:30 sharp. I would request you people to come and see for yourself, because I can scientifically show you the breathing of the Kundalini. If you get your realization, as some of the doctors in Pune got it, I told them that now I will show you the centers, the chakras about which we have been talking. You can come and feel them with your own hands, and they were amazed. They said, how could we feel that? I said, with the vibrations that you are doing. I would request you to come with an open mind and see for yourself. Don't depend on the stories of others. I don't want any gurudom here. You cannot give me anything, I can assure, except if you accept my love, which is overflowing my being. Just if you could spare some time and see for yourself the Kundalini, the breathing of the Kundalini, how it takes and how it works. So beautiful. And some of the mistakes committed by very unwise psychologists like Shree has also been committed by some of the Yoga Shastra people. Whatever written in the book may not be correct thing. And because of a certain mistake committed by them, the Kundalini itself has created problems for people. But so far in Bombay, at least 10,000 people must have received Kundalini Jagriti healing. But not a single person I have known who has suffered any kind of trouble or any dancing or becoming nude or shouting or any sort of foolish effort to express, advertise that you are very, very spiritual. Whom are we deceiving? When it works silently, automatically within yourself. And the greatest scientific truth is that you yourself know that's your reality. You yourself feel the vibrations through you, and you yourself can awaken the Kundalini of others and can see and feel the Kundalini of others. The divine has no interest whatsoever whether you are a householder or a sannyasi. Just think of the divine, where have you gone? The divine has no interest at all in it that you should have something like they give nowadays ring and things like that. These are all material, useless things. On this subject also I am going to speak on third day, where I will be describing the libido. Tomorrow I will be dealing with Sahaja yoga, which will be describing the parasympathetic, and third day the libido, which is on the right hand side of the sympathetic nervous. After that, we will have a curative session. All are cordially invited to come and never to feel before a mother that you have committed any sin. It hurts the very core of my heart to know how can my children sin. You are mother, you are the dearest. And you yourself are so beautiful and so great, so glorious, so fragrant with love, that you are not aware. Once you are aware of that, you will be aware of that of your life. Thank you very much. I again thank you, and I hope you make it convenient to come tomorrow and we are